Hey guys, Mike here with Pure Pursuit Automotive. Going to talk about some interior features of this 2013 Porsche Panamera GTS. We're going to start off with some of the buttons here on the center console. Now up here on this top right and top left, you have your driver's side and passenger side HVAC controls. All very standard stuff here. One good feature about this, it has air conditioned and heated seats, both front seats. Moving down here, we have our Sport button. We also have Sport Plus. Sport Plus is unique to the GTS, coupled with the PDK. Several new features of this, including stiffer suspension, quicker transmission shifts, as well as a launch control feature. Moving down, we have several comfort settings here. You have your regular comfort, your Sport, and your Sport Plus. Now, when you select these buttons, all your choices are displayed here in this gauge cluster. Moving down here, we have the ride height. There's high and low. The high mode is good for going over any speed bumps or other unnecessary things you don't want to scrape the front end. Moving down, you have your traction control button. You have to hold this down till the light comes on, turns the traction control off. That way you don't inadvertently turn it off. That's for your own safety. Moving over here, we have the rear wing. There's two settings. There's the current setting where it's up. Hold it down. The wing retracts. Now this is another unique feature to the GTS. It's an active exhaust system. I'm not sure if you can hear the difference or not. When you press the button, valves are opened in the exhaust system, makes it a little bit louder. We have the automatic start-stop button. Great for when you're in traffic, saves fuel, which is something you're going to need to do when you have such a large engine. We're going to move on here up to the display. We'll run through some of the features of it for you. So there's several different sources. You can have your radio settings, your AM, your FM, as well as your satellite radio, so XM if you have an XM subscription. Several different sources here, AM, FM satellite, as well as discs, and auxiliary cord. So if you wanted to plug your phone in, your iPod, whatever, you can listen to your own music. Kind of run through. You have your different sound settings. You can change, bass, treble, all the standard features. Moving down here, phone. Now this says Bluetooth phone. I have my phone currently connected. You can access your phone book, previous calls, receive calls. Very helpful. There's two buttons here on the steering wheel that help you answer calls, end calls. Very helpful feature. Car settings. Now car settings, this can show you a variety of options. That way you can kind of track your consumption, your average speed, total distance for trips, whatever it is, you can have it here. That way you can kind of monitor your efficiency. Moving on to the navigation. Now this is a great navigation system. You obviously kind of traditional navigation. You can enter your addresses, previous destinations, stored destinations like your home or your work, places of interest, whatever. Onto the map here. Map shows your relevant options. So you can see it shows you gas stations, kind of just that keeps you an idea of where you're at. You can zoom in with this, zoom out, whatever. It's kind of standard navigation features. Now we'll move on up here to the gauge clusters. As you can see, the gauge here on the right, now you can run through a variety of features here. This is what's great about the Porsches. So you can go, here's your audio, so currently it's on the auxiliary setting. Scrolling down, you have your navigation. You can get your turn-by-turn directions in the screen here, which is great. That way you don't have to glance down here, take your eyes off the road. It's all right here. Go down, as you can see, you have the whole map there, which is even better. Here now your phone settings. So when you're in a call, it'll show who you're calling with, call times, things such as that. Right now it's showing me my signal strength and my carrier. Going down, also trip settings here, so you don't have to be glancing down there every time. You can check your trip settings there and you have full control. Tire pressure is a great way to monitor your tire pressure. Pressures are all good on this vehicle. Now Sport Chrono. Now this is another unique feature to the GTS. You can monitor your lap times right here. That way you don't have to be looking around. You can focus on the lap and you can check your times right here. Now that's assisted cruise control. This is a radar guided cruise control. There's a radar sensor on the front end of the vehicle. And basically you can set your distance and your speed and it'll follow the car in front. So say that the car slows down, you slow down, and you keep your set distance. Very helpful feature. getting close to the autopilot stuff that Tesla does, but not quite. Down here, more vehicle settings, just kind of general stuff. Temperatures, elevation, direction. So that's kind of the rundown for that gauge. You have your other standard gauges. Right in the center, you have your tachometer. Turn that light off for you. Speedometer over here on the left side. Other various information there. So it's all standard stuff. Another thing about Porsche, they're kind of weird. They keep the ignition key over here on the left side. They have to be different. Moving down over here, I don't know if you guys can see down here. Now this over here is the driver assist. Basically, it keeps your blind spot monitoring. You push that button, as you can see here on the mirrors, it shows you the light, tells you it's on. Now, when someone's in your blind spot, that light will light up and warn you, hey, someone's there, don't change lanes. It'll also beep for you if you start to go over and you don't heed their warning. All right, moving on here to the steering wheel. This has the PDK, as I said earlier, so we have a little display here. Now it'll show your Sport Plus. Also, it has, you can't see it here, but it'll have launch control there. So when you set it into your launch control mode, it'll also let you know in the other gauge, so you know you're ready to go. Other features, this helps you scroll through the menus. This also helps kind of navigate the menus as well, and this is your end call button, as well as over here, its counterpart, the answer button. Now here, this diamond shape is a specialty key. When you'll see the diamond shape in the gauge cluster, pressing that will engage that certain feature. This is your volume control here, up, down, everything. Now back here, part of the transmission, as you can see, plus, minus, push it forward to go up a gear, back to go down a gear. We're going to move on down here. Some other features down here in the center console. You have your auxiliary cord as well as your USB. You can listen to music on your phone, your iPod, whatever. Power outlet, standard stuff. Sizable enough. You have one cup holder. You don't need too many. There's two more over here in this. Flip out, pretty neat. Nice and convenient storage of them. All right, we're gonna run through some features up here. We have if you ever want to turn off the parking sensors, right here. You have your standard, you have your two lights, but more importantly, we have our sunroof controls here. So there's this switch here. One click back will open the sunroof fully. One more will close the glass. If you push up on the button, it'll crack the rear part of the sunroof. Also included in this area are your 3 HomeLink garage door openers. Great feature, that way you don't have to have ugly buttons hanging down up here. See, surround light gives you plenty of light for this cabin. You can also set the lighting for when the doors are open. All right, that covers it right now. We move on to the test drive video next.